we're going to have a little competition here. Who do you think is going to win on the dyno? That A or this guy?
I don't know. It's hard to beat a two-cylinder.
We had the A on the dyno last year, and we were just talking to Aaron. We don't remember. Neither of us remember. So we actually don't know who's going to win.
Probably won't even hook it down.
No, I don't think I'll be able to turn it over. So it's really simple. There's a vat of oil and a pump. And the input and the output of the pump, when we first start, it'll be free flowing. And then he's got a crank on there that he can restrict the flow of the oil. And that'll increase the pressure on the pump and make it turn harder. Well, they've got a gauge here that will show, depending on how much pressure they're putting on it, what the horsepower actually is. Now, they've got better designs now. This is part of the Antique Tractor Club, right? So this is the way that we did it. This particular thing was made over in Gibson City, Illinois. They made them in the 50s and 60s. They were called M&W was the name. Now, the same company is Rhino Ag. The mowers, we have the 10-foot flex wing from Rhino Ag. That's the same company. You ready to go?
Yeah.
You got your water hooked
I'm
up?
not even going to turn it on yet.
He doesn't even think I can get the oil hot.
Yeah.
You sure that's okay with the angle?
Yeah. We've had it way worse than that.
Now we run the machine wide open, and then he will pull the PTO down to 540 RPM. And then there's this little chart. See this little chart? It's brand new. As in, it's an antique as well. And this little chart, he can figure out how many horsepower it is, okay? So first he'll probably let it warm up a little bit, so you can tell it's not taxing the tractor at all. But as he begins to crank that crank, it'll pull the tractor right down. Did you guys get a little bit of a brief on how a dyno works? Are you interested? You know that? You already got that? This is a little chart that translates between pressure and horsepower. Notice it's an antique on its own. So, yeah.
All that does is just, it registers the PTO horsepower, not the engine, right?
PTO horsepower. There's really no practical way without taking the engine out to know the engine horsepower. That's why 38 is just a guess.
Okay.
We don't really know.
Yeah. We're looking about 21.
It's supposed to be 18 PTO horsepower.
Right.
I expect it to be a little higher.
Do you run that wide open, or do you go to the line where it says PTO?
We run wide open and let him pull it down to the line that says PTO.
And that's where you measure
So
it at.
you hear him beginning to put a little on it,
Okay.
and we'll even pull it down lower just to listen to her beller. We'll find when we put this one on, when he begins to pull it down more, it just really begins to beller, and it's like, I'm not giving up.
I'm not giving up.
I'm not giving up.
As the oil warms up, you're gaining a little. We started at 20 and a half. We're almost 22 now.
But the oil's not even close.
No.
This is the oil vat. It looks like there may be a little bit of water in the oil. But anyway, see that copper? That's where we run water to keep it cool. Right now, it's still cool, so we don't need to be running any water.
Okay.
But you put a larger tractor on it, or maybe after we run it for a while here, see there's the oil temperature. We need that oil temperature up in the green range there.
It'll get hot. Really
So
hot.
the oil's actually pulling that down. You're pulling against the oil?
Yeah.
Well, we restrict the flow.
Okay.
So we're running basically a hydraulic pump.
All right.
And all I'm doing is pinching off the line.
Okay.
But it's calibrated.
Making that work to suck that oil.
Yeah.
To push it through. You can see that it's about 120 degrees now. When it gets hot, we'll have to turn the water on, and it's got a radiator in there that runs that cold water through it to try to keep it cool.
There's
Put a little on me and see what we got. We'll heat the oil up faster if we stress it.
Right there's about right on it. 22.
Stress it a little bit.
Stress her a little.
Just show them what it's like. Pull it down.
I mean, I can stop it.
See, he can. He turned that crank a little bit more, it'd die.
Be my pleasure to shut you down. We had a name for this years ago.
Yeah.
The Heartbreaker.
The Heartbreaker. I can't even get the oil hot.
Still right about in there, 22.5.
You want to call it good, or do you want to try to? We'll heat up the oil a little more with a more horsepower.
Yeah, that's probably about as close as it's gonna be.
22, pulling more than what the factory says. Now this thing will only do 70 horsepower, won't it?
90.
90? Well, it might hold it then.
Okay, bring it on.
Whatever I do, I'll do it smoother sounding than that.
What?
That's going to heat it up.
Is it pretty warm? Is this tractor pretty warm? No.
It don't matter.
Well, there's right where the last one stopped.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that this machine's probably within 5.
The problem is we don't have much to pull it down to 540, right?
Oh.
So we may have to pull it down a little bit further to really see it go.
Well, we can do that. If we pull it down to 500.
Her a little more.
Make her sing?
Yeah. This is where it really, it's like, I'm not giving up.
Yeah. It's definitely got more lug.
It just doesn't want to give up. It's interesting, at 540 it doesn't show much.
No. And like I say, we're probably within 5 to 10.
Yeah.
But even then, it's still under what I was expecting.
520 now though. We didn't lose too much. You're saying a 500. What does that show?
480 PSI. Yeah, so yeah, 500, 480.
32.
Yep. So you claim it's 38?
No, we 38 inches. 32 was our last test. It's hot. 140 on the hydraulic. The coolant temperature is up almost to the red. 32. 32? Just like our other test. Yeah. This dyno is a little older, so it's a little harder to figure out exactly what it's saying, but I think it's the same. 32. Got so much power here, we better hook on or it might flip it over. We're way up there.
Slow it down.
You're at 650.
Slow it down.
Can we go all the way to 540? I feel powerful. $39. $38. admit defeat.
It's okay, Tim. Not everyone can be this good.
I am defeated. You know, I thought I had a chance.
You did.
I
you
really
certainly
did.
tried.
I thought I had a chance, but not enough. And so I guess that means I'm buying dinner.
That's right.
So, hey guys, I appreciate you all coming.
Yes, it was wonderful to see everybody.
How many 1025Rs in the audience? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah.
How many other little tractors similar size? 3025E. What else? Any other little tractors? Everybody else needs a little tractor.
That's right.
Right. So you guys work on them. You that have them, work on everybody else.
Everybody needs a tractor.
Hey, this has been great fun, Aaron. Thanks for inviting us.
It's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you coming, Tim.
And you guys ought to all join in. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. For God has not given us a spirit of timidity, but of power and love and discipline.